Hi, welcome to Jacky Rom Investigates. And yes, I am Jacky Rom. And I've had the best time over the last few weeks chatting to all different people around the world, ordinary people with extraordinary lives, and just finding out all about them. And maybe they'd end up as a character in a book. I've also learned some new skills. Makeup, well, they're not new, but makeup, hair, costume, lighting, directing, editing. It's been amazing. Let's go over and see who the guest is today.
Hi, Mikki.
Hi, Mum.
Oh no, you're not supposed to say that. I was going to try and keep people guessing. I was going to say, like, Mikki, who are you? What do you do?
Oh, we can start again if you want. I don't mind.
No. I think it's funny.
Okay.
So, for people that don't know what you do, can you tell the whole world who you are and what you do?
So, I am Mikki Mills. I've just recently got married. Used to be Rom, hence Jacky Rom. I am the director of Rom Theatre Arts, which is a full-time performing arts college. The director of Rom Theatre Arts Kids, which is a theatre school based for kids 3 to 18.
This is really unusual because all the other interviews I've done
are famous.
No,
and are more interesting than me.
No, that's not true. You are very interesting. That's all right. The only thing is, I know all about your life, but I want you to tell your story. So tell your story, quick story of how you got where you are today.
Because of you, darling.
Please
That's
don't
why
start
you asked the question, because you knew what answer you were going to get.
I could tell you something really funny, right? I just asked David, my agent, I just asked him, he was in one of the first plays I ever wrote. He played one of the main characters. So I said to him, what influence was I in your life for this play when you were 18 years old? But he basically went, no influence at all, Jacky. But that really doesn't help people that don't know who you are and what you do. So tell everyone.
So ask that question again, because I can't remember. I was laughing.
How did you get here? No, don't say it's me.
So I was born on the 3rd of June, 1982. I know I don't look that old. What's the word? Gave birth to a fabulous, magnificent daughter. And it's all started from there. So I've been dancing since about the age of 2.
Can I just tell a story?
Okay, no problem. You're interviewing me, and she bloody ain't stopped talking. Carry on.
This is how I knew you were born to stardom, right?
I know what story you're going to tell. I know at the top of the stairs. Yeah.
No. So you were about, I can't remember, about 2, I think. And you used to love watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So you would have no clothes on and a tail. No, you don't. And a tail.
I'm not watching that film.
No, but you don't do this anymore. So you have nothing on and a tail, and you used to go, let me finish with it. And you used to walk towards the television and go, I'm a sweet transvestite from transsexual from Transylvania.
I've actually been in like RuPaul's Drag Race before it even started.
Now I haven't told you this. Did you know they're doing a celebrity RuPaul's Drag Race?
I'm on the second series episode, Mum.
I'm still on the first one. But I thought the first one was all men. I thought, they should do women. I'd love to do it. It was funny because I was just talking about embarrassing moments. I remember picking you up in the park and waiting.
I do too. You hang out the sunroof.
Yes.
Out in abuse, and it was like this. I don't even remember the boy's name. And I was like 13, and you were trying to embarrass me.
We talk about your 13th birthday party, Mikki.
Oh, that when you caught me snogging him when you lifted the boot up. Yeah, I remember that.
And should we talk about the parties we used to have at our house?
I loved the parties at our house. Everyone always had a party. It had to be at ours, and you bought the alcohol for everybody.
They all used to give me money, and I went and bought the alcohol. And the reason I did it is I was in control. I knew what they were having. They weren't.
Yeah, I think that's sensible too.
Do you remember getting lost? That was scary.
Yeah, I do. I don't like remembering it. Yeah, it wasn't very nice. So Mum used to run a theatre school, and if she couldn't pick me up, we had an account with a cab company. So basically, I used to ring the cab company, say who I am, and give them like a little password, and they used to pick me up. I knew the drivers and stuff. So one night, my best friend was having like a sleepover birthday party, and I was in a show, as I was always, and I couldn't make it, but I was going to get dropped off later. So taxi picks me up, drops me off at the end of the road, which I've never seen before. Drives off, and then I'm lost in the middle of Harold Hill. And can I swear?
Yeah, we're on the internet.
Shit myself. I must have been 12, I reckon. 12 years old. And then some guy came out screaming and shouting at me. He'd lost his sister. And then I basically, why I had all this, I had like 10p's in a purse. And there was obviously, clearly, back then, no mobile phones. And yeah, I found a, a payphone. And rung you, and you were with your friend Giselle. Do you remember?
I remember the call.
You were at home with Giselle. I remember that. I can't remember if the taxi picked me up or you picked me up.
No, I distinctly remember you were in a terrible state, and it was no good me picking you up, because if I left, I didn't have a phone. And so it was no good. I had to.
It must have been the taxi service.
I had to keep talking to you and talk your way. And the trouble was, where they dropped you off, the other side looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't know. It was like a development, and we had no idea.
I was traumatised from that.
What else were you traumatised from?
My next door neighbour, they've got 2 boys, Callum and Scott, and they're a massive Alsatian dog. Is this the story you're talking about?
Dave and Chris. Yeah. They'll listen, right. I'm sure.
And we had a cat, and I remember it being a bit of a tearaway cat. It used to be up the curtains and all sorts. But anyway, the cat...
It was only a kitten. Yeah, it was a kitten.
And it got into their house, and I watched their Alsatian dog maul my cats. Oh, it was horrific.
What it was is we'd got a new kitten, and we couldn't cope. It was mad. So they said, we'll take it in. And you were in there when it got it by the neck. So anyway.
I remember it not being very nice.
Going back to your life story, at 16, you gave up performing. You'd performed since you were 3 years old. And then at 16, you decided you wanted money.
Well, we couldn't afford to send me to college. But the money.
So,
then it was like, well, if I weren't back then, however many years ago it is, 23 years ago, something like that, they don't, they now do something called a Dada, which is the Dance and Drama Award at certain colleges, but they didn't have that back then, and you had to get a loan, and I was like in a position where I don't want it. I thought, I'll go to work and earn the money. And then I found...
Tell that story.
Alcohol and food, working. My aunt, my godmother Ros, she got me a job. She used to have a recruitment company. So she went, I'll get you a job. So I attempts like all over London, St Paul's, East India Dock, working for like commodity brokers, just doing like in their telex room or in reception, just to earn money to send myself to college. And I ate food.
You'd go in and you'd buy breakfast, and then they used to have these amazing lunches where they were catering.
The last company I worked for, Close Brothers, I was receptionist. So I used to go and get I don't even know if the company's there anymore. I used to go and get breakfast. And if I was on like the late shifts that started at 10 till 6, I'd walk in and they'd ring down and go, Mick, I've got a rack of sandwiches. Do you want some? Oh, we've just had lunch. We've got lobster thermidor. Do you want it? So I ate my way through like a year, just under a year I was there. Yeah, and then got unwell. Something to do with the flowers.
Well, we didn't know what it was, and then you realised that you were allergic to the flowers.
So basically, the company, because I was there just under a year, they said, well, here's some money, keep your mouth shut, see you later. So I went, all right, thanks, bye.
At the age of about 8, you were with me, coming to theatre school with me, and you've called me Jacky since you were about 8. Yeah. And I'm just used to it. Does it still sound funny to you? I know it sounds funny to other people, or are you just used to it?
I'm used to it. I call you Jacky all the time. No, actually, should I tell you why I call you Jacky? There's a few reasons. One is because of the reason, obviously, being at theatre school, and I wanted to be the same as every other kid, so I wouldn't call you Mum. But whenever I shout Mum, you never respond. So if I shout Jacky, you normally go, oh, okay. Not like a normal mum when the kids in Tesco supermarket or wherever, and they go, Mum, and know the voice of their own child. No, Jacky doesn't. If I shout Jacky, she responds.
Does that offend you?
I've got used to it now. I'm just not loved.
No, that's not true at all. You know that. But as a kid, did you mind calling me Jacky, or did you?
No, I think I wanted to be treated like everybody else. I didn't want to be known as, oh, it's Jacky's daughter. I don't think I ever was. I think I was treated like everyone else. And actually, like, from the teachers, I think they were harsher on me.
Didn't want to be seen to favour you.
To make me, I don't know. Like, we used to have a tap teacher, Angie. She used to like hit me with in a good way. I don't mean like batter me, with a broomstick.
How can you be hit with broomstick in a good way?
Well, because it taught me not to stick my bum out in a plie, and it told me if I got hit once, not to do it again. We're not allowed to do that to kids anymore. I'd love to do it to some kids. Sorry, parents. But some parents, actually, I get the authority to hit them. I haven't done it just yet. There is quite a few parents who say to me, oh yeah, don't worry, give them a swift whack around the back of the head.
What frustrates you nowadays with political correctness, or kids, what you are, can do, can't do? Or
I feel, obviously teaching such a varied group, you know, from, I mean, I love children, right? I don't know if it's patience, because I've got patience with kids, maybe not with you, Mum, but I've definitely got patience with kids. But yeah, I don't know, with kids nowadays, I think some of them are very lazy and they feel that it's just handed to them on a plate. Where definitely my generation, we had to work really hard. Like at college, to get an audition, to even get an audition, you had to work. Like, I remember my toes bleeding and stuff in my point shoes that I didn't wear very often. And if I didn't get to class, I wasn't allowed in the whole day.
You can't do things like that now.
You know, if you didn't do something, you would be reprimanded for it and something would be taken away. Where if you did that now, I'd be called a bully. I would be called like I'm picking on somebody. And actually, I'm just trying to teach what I got taught as a kid as a performer. And I feel it's taught me really in good stead for going forward. You know, I've worked professionally. I've made a career out of it. And, you know, the business so I don't think there's anything that we've done wrong. I just wish some of the kids sometimes would turn up to lesson in the correct attire and be polite.
When you were at college, did people do the same thing?
What, disrespectful?
Mm.
No.
You didn't go to school very often, did you?
No. But I was like dancing or acting or filming, so I didn't need to. I've had a business, I've got an accountant, it's fine. Hi, Alison.
Oh, that's so funny.
No, I did quite well.
Are you going to tell the story?
Of last week?
No, the story. And that's like the best one ever.
15 years ago, I'm just trying to make myself feel better. I was a lot younger. And I was with a boyfriend at the time, and we were playing Trivial Pursuit. Get the card out. It was Sunday, and I did have a glass of red wine or two. But I'm reading the card, and it said, "Where do Lemures live?" And he went to me, "Lemures? Yeah, Lemures." He went, "Give me that bloody card." I went, "Why?" He went, "Lemurs, Mickey, lemurs live." I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, sorry."
Lemures. What's next for RTA? Should we say Rom Theatre Arts?
We're only taking a maximum of 15 to 20 students per year.
What do you do different? What's different about RTA?
One is the classroom capacity, because a majority of colleges, they say, oh, we only take up to 30. Well, that's a lot of people in one room. And when you're spending a lot of money out, I mean, we're just under 30,000. We're 9,900 a year. And that's one of the cheapest 3-year MT diploma courses around at the moment. So that, we keep the classes small. We have one-to-one vocal. All the students get that from day dot. And obviously, a musical theatre course is to teach you to get out there to perform. So we are performing all the time. Whether it's an end-of-term showcase in our in-house theatre, TIE. We also let our students leave with a show reel. So whatever's in their chosen field, an acting show reel, a vocal show reel. But yeah, agent showcase. The industry professionals that we have in to what we call associate days. So we basically work on like a 12-week term, and the first 2 weeks of the September term, first week is kind of like assessment week, and you go into ability, not year groups, in your kind of core subjects. And then Second week is what we call associate week. So every day is a 10 till 4 day or 10 till 4:30 day. And it's an industry professional doing something that you can live with. That, you know, we've got stage combat, we've had ballroom and Latin, we've had heels, yeah, all of that kind of stuff. So, and then we're also very lucky because we're just based outside the M25, M11, is that we've got so many industry professionals on our doorstep. And everyone wants to come and work for us, which is great, really great. So, and we've only, at the moment on the faculty, everyone is a working professional, as in working, I mean, clearly not now because we're in COVID, but do you know what I mean? The drama teacher and our acting through song was in waitress, and obviously that's just got pulled.
What have you done? Because college is back on. So what have you done and how have you changed and how have you kept going?
So I made the decision for part-time school and college to just move everything online. You know, we still have the same drive, determination, want, enthusiasm. And as long as you've got space and a computer or a phone, we're just trying to keep it normal. And the first time we did, not for college, but for part-time school, the first time we did the live Zoom classes, we were inundated with messages from parents and guardians saying, I can't believe how much energy you guys have got. We've loved it. Thank you for keeping some normality in my household. Most of the kids that come to us at part-time school want to live there, don't they?
It's their very special place and their family.
It really is. And so they kind of want to move in, and they wouldn't believe it. Like when we're there, if I said to them, do me a favour, just run that Hoover around. Like, of course I will. And like, every week they'll want to run the Hoover around. Now, can you imagine if their parents asked, can you run the Hoover around? Like, it's just not going to happen.
It's their safe place, so they don't mind doing things to keep it.
Yeah, I think that 100% that as well. But I think, you know, a majority of the students that we have want to take up performing arts in some capacity, whether it's in front of the camera, behind the camera, agent, photographer, makeup. Do you know what I mean? They're all wanting. And I think that's the other thing. When you go to a theatre school, or it could be anything really, karate or anything, but you're all there and you all want to do it and you all know where you're going. So I asked the majority, actually all of our senior students, do you know what you want to do when you get older? And they all say yes. And I sat in the classroom and I said, right, who knows what they want to do when they get older? And one person put their hand up out of 32.
And that's sad.
Yeah, isn't it?
Because you and I, at that age, knew what we wanted to do.
100%. Our friends did as well. And then we're all kind of in the same field. You know, whether it's a hairdresser, makeup artist. I find it very strange when kids say to me, I don't know what I want to do. Is it today's world? Conversation this morning with college about social media. It's very easy now to become famous. Whether it's TikTok famous, which I have to say I'm a little bit obsessed with, but you are too, I know, like, I see you nodding.
You know, when they're working from home, like the husband's working from home and the wife is trying to get his attention, yes, and they come up with these outfits, unbelievable. Or they take the clothes off and they're nude. They're not wearing anything, and the husband's on a Zoom meeting. It's creativity. I think that's what's happened.
What, since lockdown?
Oh yeah, that's why TikTok's so big. Is because they're just being so creative. And the whole 100%. Family are working together. It's mum, dad, nan.
Definitely. Could you imagine nan doing anything?
No.
Oh my God, that is a challenge.
No, please, I'm not doing
nan
a TikTok.
Please, get Rose to do it. Get Rose to do it.
I have done TikTok with the dog. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. Send it to me.
It's on TikTok. Probably not. Do you follow me on Instagram?
I actually don't have an account. It's the kids one, RTA Kids.
First TikTok I did was the kids in class dancing. 25 years. We've been asked to do TV, reality. It's never bothered me, but you won't do it.
And do you know why? Because people would attack me, and I can't have that. I couldn't deal with it. I'm not strong enough. No way. I get like the fear, because you know I get the fear. When I get an email from a parent having a go at me because I haven't let their kid into tap, you know what I mean? Or I'm not going to pay you your money, you don't deserve it. I'm not, and I get the fear over that. So having the fear of someone call me a not nice name, I couldn't deal with it. You have got to have the biggest backbone and so much strength to be in the public eye.
Yeah, you've just got to not hear it. And that's not easy, is it?
How do you not hear that when someone says to you?
And interesting, I thought it hadn't affected me, but somebody else was asking for recommendations to watch a documentary, and I didn't put it down because I thought I don't want the same thing to happen, which is just crazy.
One thing I do love about my mum, right? And I moved out of home 7 years ago. I see my mum's face now more often than I did when I lived with her. Look at her, she's laughing. Look, because she knows. She FaceTimes me all the time. And if she can't get me on one phone, the other. And if she can't get me on that, she rings Jason's phone.
I don't do that one very often. I have done.
That's the reason why I don't have a house phone, because my mum.
I wonder how many other people are exactly the same as us, in the lockdown, when you don't talk to anyone. Look, I'm crying with laughter now.
Jacket, right, hang on. So
I wonder if people think it's funny you call me Jacky. We're used to it.
You listen to me.
We're used to it. Who's interviewing who?
Me. I'm telling you, right? How long are your interviews? How long have they been?
The shortest one was Anthony, which was 25 minutes. Right. And this is the longest.
Anyone refused to answer any questions?
No, everybody has answered every question. So we finished.
No, we need a screenshot like this.